Greetings, family. May the peace of Christ be with you all. Today, we are going to deal with these two verses in the Quran. According to my understanding, there is a contradiction here. But I want you to think with me, to analyze with me, and maybe to teach me or give me the understanding. Okay? Maybe there is no contradiction here, but I am reading it wrong. Okay, so I want you to bear with me, to take a short time and maybe help me understand this verse, if this is a contradiction or not. Okay, we find on social media sometimes some Muslims will try their best to present to us Christians contradiction in the Bible, right? We try our best also to educate them that there is no contradiction there, but the contradiction is only in your head. So right now, I want you, and most of the times, when some of the Muslims, when you prove to them that there is not a contradiction, right, they accept it. But whenever you prove to a Muslim a clear contradiction in the Quran, all they tell you is Allah knows best. Okay, so let's see if according to this verse too, Allah knows best, or maybe I am misunderstanding what the verse is saying. Let's go straight to the point. According to Quran chapter 39, verse number 60, Quran chapter 39, verse number 60 and 61, it says, "And on the day of resurrection, you will see those who lied about Allah with their faces blackened." So this verse is clear. Those who lied about Allah are going to have black face. Okay, as a black man reading this, there is a big question mark for me. Is there not in hell a residence for the arrogant? Allah is asking a question here. Okay, so those who lied about Allah are going to have what? Black faces. And the hell is going to be their residence for their arrogance. Okay, verse number 61. Let's read verse number 61. "And Allah will save those who feared him by their attainment, and no evil will touch them, nor will they grieve." So this is the point here. This is my emphasis here. No evil will touch them, nor will they grieve. So Allah is like promising us something here, that those people who feared him, no evil will touch them, or nor will they grieve. And Allah will save those who feared him by their attainment. No evil will touch them, nor will they grieve. So Allah will save those people who feared him, so that no evil will touch them, nor will they grieve. This is my understanding. As I am saying, it is on the screen, right? So you can see it for yourself. You can read it for yourself too. If I am misreading anything, you can correct me. If I am misunderstanding anything, you can correct me. I am not saying I have the authority and whatever I say is the final. Just because I see this to be a contradiction doesn't have to be. Maybe I am misunderstanding. So you also have a brain. You have eyes. You have ears. You can think. Read this and maybe give me the understanding. Okay, so my understanding here is Allah will save such people who fears him, and then no harm, that means no evil will touch them. In other translations, no harm will touch them, it says, nor will they grieve. So this is what it says, Quran chapter 39, verse 60 and 61. Black faces will go into hell. Those who lied about Allah, they will go into hell. They will have black faces. So those who will not have black faces will have white faces. They will go to heaven. And then no harm will touch those who feared Allah, according to this statement. So now let's go back and read according to the other verse in the Quran, Quran chapter 19, right? As I am saying, just because I see this to be a contradiction doesn't mean it is so. You can correct me and educate me too. Just like we have been correcting the Muslims and teaching them what they think is a contradiction in the Bible is no contradiction, and we give them the reason why there is not a contradiction, right? So maybe you can do the same thing with me. I'm not saying by hook or crook, by force, Just because I see it to be a contradiction, it is so. It's my opinion, right? This is how I am reading the verse. So maybe you can help me understand what the verse is about. According to Quran chapter 19, verse number 71, and there is none of you except he will come to it. And this is upon your Lord an inevitability, okay, decree. So, according to this statement here, we will read verse 72. According to this statement here, everyone will come to it. You get a point? And what does it mean by it? The it is hellfire. It's a decree by Allah that everyone will come to it. And the it here is hellfire, according to the understanding of the Muslims, according to their translations or the tafsir, according to their interpretations, not the translation, the interpretation, it is speaking about hell. So everyone will come to it. Let's read verse, and that is a decree from Allah. Verse number 72, okay? So to give you more understanding. Then we will save those who feared Allah and leave the wrongdoers within it. So, according to this statement, everyone is going to first be in it, in hellfire. And then Allah will save those who feared Allah. So, okay, so I think it is clear on the screen, okay? Okay, and leave the wrongdoers within it on their knees. So first of all, this verse is clearly telling us, you as a Muslim, you are first going to be in hellfire. And then Allah is going to save you. Okay? Then we will save those who feared Allah and leave the wrongdoers within it on their knees. So the question here is, in the other verse, which you can clearly see on the screen, Allah is saying, no evil will touch them, nor will they grieve. So the point that I'm trying to make here is, what I am saying there is a contradiction is, if everyone is going to be in the hellfire, are they not going to be touched by evil? Is that not going to be harmed? Is that not harming? So even if they will be safe, they have still been harmed. They have still been tortured, because in the hellfire, that is not the place of pleasure, but that is a place of torment. So Allah is promising or saying in the other verse, no evil will touch them, nor will they grieve. Any amount of time, even if it is a millisecond, that they will spend in hellfire, in it, is that not torment? Is that not being touched by evil? Is that not grieving? Even if, I'm just making this clear, even if the believers who are going to be in it are going to be there for just a second, or a millisecond, or 5 seconds, or 1 minute, it doesn't matter, or 2 days, you don't even know. Are they still not being tormented? Are they still not being grieved? Are they still not being in pain? Are they still not being touched? So which is which? Will harm touch them, or no harm will touch them? According to Quran chapter 39, verse number 61, no evil will touch them. Other translations says no harm will touch them. According to Quran chapter 19, verse number 72, it says, right, those who feared Allah, right, then we will save those who feared Allah and leave the wrongdoers within it. So that means you will be in it, but you will be saved. So the time that you were in it, did evil touch you? Did harm touch you? Did you grieve? That is the question here. Okay, that's what I'm trying to understand. And you can check this according to the tafsir, so that you know tafsir Ibn Kathir is speaking about the day of resurrection. You can pause this and read it for yourself. I don't want this to be too long. But according to the commentary, faces are going to be black, right? Like Ibn Kathir is saying here, the consequence for those who tell lies against Allah and for those who have taqwa. Allah tells us that on the day of resurrection, some faces will be blackened and some will be whitened. The faces of those who followed splits and divisions will be blackened, and the faces of Al-Sunnah wal Jama'ah will be whitened. Allah says, so you get a point here. Faces will be blackened, faces will be whitened. The faces black faces are going to hell, okay? And this is what the Quran is teaching. Okay. And on the day of resurrection, you will see those who lied against Allah, meaning by their claims that he had partners and offspring, okay? Their faces will be black. Black means because of their lies and fabrications. So black represents bad, according to my understanding of this statement here, okay? Is there not in hell an abode for the arrogant? Means is not hell sufficient for them as prison and humiliating final destination because of their stubborn pride, arrogance, and refusal to follow the truth? Okay, and Allah will deliver those who. Okay, this statement is confusing. Let me read it again. And Allah will deliver those who have taqwa to their places of success. Means because of what Allah has decreed for them of happiness and victory. So here it's not speaking about they are going to suffer or anything. They are going to be delivered. Continue by saying, evil shall not touch them. Evil shall not touch them. Means on the day of resurrection. Okay? It's clearly on the screen. Nor shall they grieve. Means the greater terror on that day will not cause them grief. For they will be saved from all grief and removed from all evil. You get a point? And they will attain all that is good. They will be saved from all evil, from all grief. That's what the verse, Ibn Kathir is at least the one saying it. Quran chapter 39, verse number 60, no evil will touch them. But when we go to Quran chapter 19, it will say everyone will go in it and then people will be saved from there. So let's read according to the Tafsir Ibn Kathir, according to Quran chapter 19, verse number what? 71 and 72. Everyone will be brought to hell. Then the righteous will be saved. I think it's enough. This one alone proves that everyone will be brought to hell. So everyone will be tormented because in hell there is no pleasure. That is a place of torment. Okay, so this is what I am saying. There is a contradiction because why is one verse saying that no one will suffer, right? One verse is saying clearly no evil will touch them, nor will they grieve. And another verse is saying you will go into heaven, into hell, and then you will be rescued, right? Ibn Kathir also said that you can read it for yourself. Pause it. Let me go down slowly. You can read it for yourself, okay? Because I don't want the readings to be too long, and then it will make things more confusing. But it says the same thing. At the end of the day, you will still go to hell. And that is what Allah is saying. It's a decree. It doesn't matter how good you are. Everyone will still go in there. And then you will be rescued from the hellfire. This is not in Christianity. You don't have this in Christianity. You can read all this for yourself. I don't want to. Okay? Then we shall save those who had taqwa, and we shall leave the wrongdoers in it. So Allah will come, will take you from the hellfire. Right? Let me try and read this fast, because here it says there is not one of you but will pass over it. The bridge. According to this, he's speaking about the bridge. In the Quran, it doesn't speak about any bridge. It says you'll be in it. But let's go according to their understanding, okay? Because that's why we are reading the tafsir. The bridge over hell is like a sharp edge of a sword. So you get how even the bridge is like a sharp edge of a sword. So if you are passing over it, you are suffering. You get the point? You are suffering. Allah said no harm will touch them. Okay? The first group, it says the first group to cross it will pass like a flash of lightning. The second group will pass like the wind. The third group will pass like the fastest horse. The fourth group will pass like the fastest cow. Then the rest will pass while the angels will be saying, "Oh Allah, save them, save them." So if you are a Muslim right now, how do you know which part of this group you are? How do you even know this? You don't know. Only Allah knows best. Okay. So this is what I was trying to tell people. According to this statement, one verse says, nothing, right? No evil will touch them, nor will they grieve. Another verse is saying everyone will go in there, and then people will be, the righteous one will come out. Those who feared Allah will be rescued. So which is which now? Sethoo SSK, right? I'm just reading the Quran, comparing two verses. As I was saying before, if it is my misunderstanding, you can also educate me. Don't say because I said it's a contradiction, that means it's a contradiction. You have your brain, you have your eyes, you have your ears, you have your heart. You can be honest to yourself and read this. And if you come to a different understanding, just let me know, educate me too. There is no need for you to insult or attack unnecessary, okay? Sethoo SSK. And the translation, the one that I'm reading right now was Sahih International. Sahih International translation was the one that I was reading, okay? So just that you know. I'll end this here. And please, if I am misunderstanding, let me know in the comment section. If you think this is a contradiction, to let me know in the comment section. If you think it is maybe, as I'm saying, my misunderstanding, let me know in the comment section. There is always room for me to learn too, okay? May the peace of Christ be with you all, okay? Stay strong, read the books, read the Bible. In the Bible, we have the assurance, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believes in him will not perish, but have eternal life. We have the assurance. We have to believe in Jesus Christ. Sethoo SSK, okay, take for me the man here. I'll end this conversation here, okay? May the peace of Christ be with you all. Take for Mama, bye.